Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the energies for March 2021 for life path number 11-2. So that's master number 11-2. 11s, I would suggest listening to the forecast for the 2s, as that is your life path number. The 11 is an extension of that energy. This is a general reading. If you're interested in a personalized reading, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. So March is an 8 universal month. So collectively, we may be seeing the influences of business, power, responsibility, money, resources, and karma. So this is going to be a month where ultimately what you choose to sow, you will reap. So this is going to be a time where it's going to be important to be very aware of where and what you choose to invest your time, your energy, and your resources into. Make sure that they feel somewhat aligned for you and that you're not just committing to something out of obligation or external influence or manipulation. This is a great time for any kind of business venture or anything related to business. This can be a great time for getting a promotion, for starting a new business, for launching something business related, or if you're looking for work, this can be a great time for obtaining work. 8 energy rules the material plane, so this can be a time of recognition, rewards, sales, as well as additional responsibility and pressure. So a lot of times when we say get a promotion, then along with that promotion and those accolades comes additional responsibility and pressure. So if you find yourself in that kind of a situation, then the call would be just to make sure that you are equipped to mitigate that energy and to work with it so that you don't become burnt out, so that you create ample time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. That's going to be really important. Also, I want to mention about the sales. So this can be a great time for selling property, selling your home, selling a business, selling something. This can be a great time for sales. If you work in sales, you may see a spike in those in your sales for the month. So again, 8 energy is just great when it comes to business and the material plane. This can be a time where you might see doors open that you never thought would open for you. This can be a time where people in power or authority help you if you ask. You may also be the one in power who has an opportunity to help someone who comes to you. So if that opportunity comes up for you, then see what you can do and do so graciously. If you believe in karma, this is also a great time for, well, not a great time, but this is a rich time for karmic debts coming due and for those debts to be paid off. So you may see new relationships enter your life at this time where the two of you may have had past karma to be cleared and you have a contract in this lifetime to make sure that gets done. If there's a karmic debt that you've paid, so in other words, you've had the experience, you've had the interaction, you've sort of done your part energetically, then you may see that debt come to closure, and you'll see something in the physical plane materialize. So that can be, along the lines of inheritance or some kind of a legacy or something of that sort. This can be a great cycle for reclaiming your own power. So reclaiming your power from those who have taken your power in some way through control or manipulation, or where you have given your power away, such as with addictions. So this is going to be a wonderful cycle for reclaiming that which is energetically yours and releasing the stories which were never yours to carry in the first place, okay? So I pulled an animal spirit card for you all, 11s, and you got snake spirit, which snake's message is time to heal. And there's a number that's associated with the card, and it's actually a 1 energy. And so what I'm really getting from this is that this is going to be a lot of healing of the self, a lot of internal healing, a lot of healing those emotional ties, those energetic ties that maybe you won't necessarily be interacting with a person in the physical, but there can be a lot of energetic work that's done to heal whatever this is so that you can move forward much freer. So just kind of keep this in mind as we move through this reading. And also, one thing I want to mention is time to heal makes me think of this 8 energy that we're going to be in March that really embodies, again, reclaiming your power from someone who has stolen that power from you, again, through manipulation or control, or giving that power away through some kind of addiction, okay, where you keep showing up to whatever this is and you know it's not good for you, but you keep doing it anyway to escape, to, again, escape is the first thing that comes to mind, or to use it as a crutch to, believe that it's helping you, but it's actually not. So I really feel like because this energy is coming in so strongly for you at this month 11s, I really feel like this 8 energy is going to focus a lot on the power aspect and reclaiming your own power. And with that power, when you reclaim your power in that way, you automatically raise your vibration. You rise above those lower vibe energies, those lower frequencies, those lower octaves that are keeping you stuck. So it's going to be in your best interest to work with these energies the best that you can to rise above. And that doesn't mean that you avoid. We're not talking about avoidance. That simply means that this is going to be a time where you reclaim control, you pick up the reins within your own life, and you find a way to rise above. And you sit with whatever you need to sit with, you move through it, you transmute it, and you rise above. So this is going to be a really powerful month for you all, I believe, in that sort of internal healing, that, again, raising your own vibration through your own actions. And there's power in that. So, all right, so I broke March down into 4 weeks, and I definitely see this energy throughout. So, but I also see some very positive, beautiful, uplifting energy towards the end of the month. So it's not going to be all work and no play. But there's definitely some heavier energy to work through this month. But it's an opportunity to sow those seeds that you actually want to harvest, okay? And by sowing those seeds, it's going to be those internal seeds, working through the seeds that you've acquired and seeing which ones you actually want to plant. Okay, so the first week of March, we have this energy of some kind of communication coming in for you, or some kind of new clarity is basically what I'm getting. So new clarity coming in for you where you see things a lot more clearly, and you understand the need for a shift in focus. So it's like your energy or your thoughts were focused, really like hyper-focused on something that was maybe a lower vibration, something that wasn't working, something that didn't go your way, something, again, it feels like a lower octave of it's not your highest expression, okay? And it's okay, like this is something we all go through. It's something that, we continue to move in and out of alignment within our life, throughout our lifetime. So it's not something that we ultimately master, it's just something that we learn to maintain, coming back into balance. And so it feels like you may be hyper-focused at the moment on something or some things that just haven't been working out for you, maybe a relationship, maybe a business venture, maybe a career, something like that. And I think it's you've allowed it to sort of consume you, that it's keeping you from seeing the other opportunities that want to come in, or the other potentials, or what's currently there in your life that wants to assist and support you. So I feel like whatever this is that comes in for you this first week is going to shed light on where your focus needs to shift. And a lot of times when I say shed light on, what I mean is like it can come through challenges. So if there's something that is a challenge that you keep facing, try to remove yourself from that situation energetically and become the observer to gain a better perspective on what it is exactly that, what is the challenge? And why do you believe that it keeps coming up for you? What's the deeper message? Because there's always a deeper message in our challenges. There's always wisdom to be pulled. And oftentimes it's like when we're not seeing something or we're stuck in a rut, that's when our soul, the universe, our higher consciousness will create challenges for us to allow the experience to shift our focus, okay? And that's the goal. But sometimes we're so stuck in it that we miss it, but it just keeps coming up. So if there's a challenge that keeps coming up for you, then the idea is to dig a little bit deeper instead of sort of going into victim mode of like, why does this keep happening to me? The world hates me, the universe hates me, or whatever the case may be. Try to pull yourself out of that for a moment, take a deeper look at the challenge, and try to see the synchronicities or the similarities of those challenges and what's the common theme. Because within that common theme is the indicator for what needs to change or where you're hyper-focused that you need a shift in focus. That's generally the situation, okay? So I feel like that's going to come in pretty strongly first week to give you a better idea of what it is that you're working with and what it is that you need to shift, okay? Then we move into the second week, and there's sort of a continuation of this energy. It's almost like the light was shown on whatever it is that needs some TLC at this time. And now we move into the second week, and it's kind of it's the focus of the week is what it feels like. This is the energy. And what I mean by that is something that perhaps was very emotionally difficult for you in the past, such as maybe, again, going back to that 8 energy, maybe someone did something to you or something happened where, again, you were manipulated or influenced to give your power away or you did so to simply survive the situation, whatever the case may be. This isn't about blaming or shaming or anything like that. It's just simply understanding that something happened in the past that was emotionally difficult for you to move through. And this is going to be a time to heal this and to free yourself from this energy. So it's really going to be about reclaiming control over whatever that was, right? Like, again, reclaiming your power. So if it's something that happened in the past that you still feel tied to or consumed by or powerless to, then this can be something where it's not currently happening. It happened in the past, but you're still energetically tied to it. You're still energetically tied to that person because of that experience. You haven't entirely healed it. You haven't moved through it, is what it feels like. And so you're energetically tied to it, and that energy is what's holding you back. It's that energetic tie that's holding you back. And in order to really release yourself from it, you need to do the work. You need to sit with it, feel it, work with a therapist, work with a doctor, whatever the case may be. You can also, if it's just something where it's like, you say, I thought I healed this. I feel like I felt like it was done and now, but it's still coming up. Then it could just be a situation where you just need to do some energy work and release it in that way. So some kind of like visualization techniques can help with that. Again, some kind of energy work that puts you back in control of the situation. Because again, we're talking about situations where that control was taken from you. And so it's a matter of, in an energetic form, taking that control back. And in doing so, you're releasing that experience, you're releasing that person, and you're moving on. You're able to truly find that forgiveness and give their stories back to them. If this is resonating for you, I do have a visualization technique that is super, super powerful. I would be more than happy to share it with you on an individual basis. If you're interested in that, simply go to my website. The link is in the description box below. Send me a message through my contact form, the Contact Me page, and just let me know that you want the energy work, the visualization technique, and make sure I have your email address, and I will email it to you. It's very, very powerful. It's something I have used myself, and I'll tell you, it has worked miracles. So, okay, moving on to week 3, we're still in this snake energy of a time to heal. And I know this sounds like a very challenging, heavy month. And again, with that 11 energy, this is not surprising. You all came here with, big goals, big soul goals. And it's something that, you'll eventually hopefully step into later in life. But there's a lot of work that goes into it throughout your lifetime. But you know what? You're prepared, you're capable of doing this work because your soul chose to come here with that 11 energy, that master energy. So you got this. It's not always going to be easy, but you have the power to do what's necessary to move forward into your highest expression. Okay. So with that said, we move into the 3rd week of March, and we have this energy of like feeling stuck, but again, the call is to take a closer look at what is holding you back, because the message is, or the energy is, that it's something within your mind. It's some kind of mindset. It's some kind of belief system, some kind of situation where you're sort of self-sabotaging yourself, such as with an addiction. Okay, like this addiction is not healthy for you, is not helping you. You know that it's actually harming you, but it's something that has become a part of you, or feels like it's become a part of you. And so it's like you're constantly in your mind about it. And this is going to be one of those things where it's like, once you can release and once you can work through those mindsets, those limiting thought patterns, etc., the journey becomes much more comfortable, becomes much easier. Okay, so it's kind of like it doesn't need to be as difficult as it is, but the mindset is creating the difficulties. The mindset is creating the limitations. And so what I'm feeling is, let's say like a big, huge opportunity comes up for you, but you immediately go to the mindset of why does anybody want this from me? I'm not worthy of this, or I can't make this happen. I'm not able to do this, whatever the case may be. There's a million things that we tell ourselves that are not true about our capabilities or our potential. So I feel like this is the case. It's like you feel like you're struggling with something. You feel like you're having a difficult time moving through it. But the reality is, if you take a look at the actual situation, it's not something in the physical that's holding you back. It's within. It's the mindset. And this isn't going to be the case with everybody. Sometimes our circumstances are very real. Our physical circumstances are very real and are holding us back for a reason. But this one feels more like a mindset that's holding you back. So again, and this goes in line with this snake energy of a time to heal. So again, I would say look online, get some resources that will help you to work with those mindsets that are holding you back. Journaling is a great tool to help you figure out what those mindsets are, where your fears are, where your debilitating thought processes are, where your belief systems about yourself or how you speak to yourself or whatever the case may be are not healthy and are holding you back. So this is going to be a week where you're really being asked to focus in on that and to take the time that's needed to start that process, because working through these mindsets that we've built upon our entire lives can take a lot of time to unravel, to clear out. So it's not something that's going to happen overnight, but it's definitely something where the energy is very fertile to begin that work, to start the process, to begin the steps, to commit to these, moving forward in this way and doing this healing work. So again, I want to emphasize that energy of this eight cycle around what you choose to sow at this time, you will reap. So again, some of this work is going to be about choosing to start the process, choosing to start taking the steps. And then it may take time, it may take years, but you will reap what you sow. So you just want to make sure that what you are Sowing is what you actually want to harvest in the end. Okay. So when you reach your destination of this particular path, and then before you start the next one, right? So I feel like this is going to be coming up a lot for you this month, 11s. And this giving you the opportunity. Remember, you always have a choice. You can continue on the path that you're on, and you will continue to face those challenges that will try to set you on a detour or change direction, but it's ultimately your choice. You have that free will. I feel like this month is just going to be giving you additional opportunities to really make that choice, okay? As we move into the 4th week, this is actually really beautiful energy. This feels it's almost like an emotional gift from the universe, like a very fulfilling emotional offer. It feels very divinely guided. It feels like a collaboration of sorts. So you may feel all of a sudden like you are very supportive. You may feel people coming to sort of assist you. So it may be that you reached out to people, that you asked for support, which I hope that you'll do if you need it. There's no shame in asking for help. And then we go back to that 8 energy of people in power or authority or experts at something being able to help you in some way. This is a great time to reach out to a licensed therapist or something along those lines to get that help that you might need. And then by doing that, you will see doors open for you that you never thought would open. So it's like, again, I'm seeing this like opportunity for emotional fulfillment. Your cup runneth over, but also this energy around like community, someone supporting you or helping you or working together in some way. So, but in a healing way also is what I'm feeling. And that just runs along with the theme for the month. So I guess the message really for the end of the month is if the support is there, take it. Like, you don't second guess it or question yourself or, fall into that energy of shame. Just accept it graciously and know that you are worthy. You are worthy to move through whatever this is and come out the other side and, live at your highest potential. So yeah, I feel like this month is going to be one of a lot of internal work for you all. Well, I say that. There's going to be opportunities to embrace that and to do something with that. Again, you are the one that makes that decision. You're the one in control. So what do you want to do with that level of control? What do you want to do with your power? So really intense month for you all, but in a really powerful, transformative way. So, and it's, like I said, it's doing this work now, doing it up front will lead you to, again, a harvest that is so bountiful and so fulfilling and so in purpose that you will be so glad that you took these steps at this time to do this work. Okay? Sending you all so much love and light during this time. I feel like this is going to be a transformative month for you all, but I can almost guarantee to you, if you do the work, if you show up, if you make that commitment, it's going to be worth it in the end for you all. All right? Take care, 11s. Bye for now.